And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. And in this video, I'm going to be talking of Ethereum, which is in bullish mode again. I will show you 10 charts that explain why Ethereum is exploding from many different perspectives. I will explain about the SEC that is going all in against crypto, suing Ripple, suing other protocols. It's really brutal. And what we saw this week is really a preview of what's going to happen next year. So crypto really bullish, but regulators fighting back really hard. And then we're going to talk of NFT going hot again with some new innovations. And if you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host, and on my channel, Eat the Blocks, I teach blockchain development and how to find your first blockchain job. And before we continue, quick mention to my new course, DeFi Development Mastery. If you want to learn how to build DeFi project, this is a good course. So today is the last day to benefit from the free training on finance. So you have until today at midnight UTC to benefit from this finance training. If you buy the course, this is offered. So basically, in this free training on finance, I will give you basically the basics of finance that are so needed for DeFi that many developers don't have. So we're going to see cash market like equity and bonds. We're going to see derivatives. We're going to see how financial markets are organized, what is liquidity, what is volatility. So really the basics of finance that maybe some people who have received a finance education, maybe for them it's easy, but for many developers this is not the case. And if you don't have these basics, you're going to struggle to understand DeFi. So yeah, take the course now, and then you'll benefit from this free training. Okay, oh yeah, I'll post the link in the chat. Okay, so hi everybody in the chat. Hi 17 JJ. Hi Can. Hi Grib Rob 9. All right, so let's get started with Ethereum. What's going on with Ethereum this week? So it was an amazing week, plus 14.3%, almost same as Bitcoin. It's above $700 for the first time since 2018. This is really remarkable. The trading volume is also significantly higher than usual, which means the bullish trend is more meaningful. You know, if you have an increase but you have no trading volume, it's not too good. So you do need to have a high trading volume for it to be really, really meaningful. So next, I'm going to show you a series of 10 charts that I found on Twitter, and that's super interesting. So first, the utilization rate. So basically, it shows you the percentage of a block gas limit that is used for each block. So for each block in the Ethereum blockchain, you actually have a limit in terms of the gas, that the cumulative gas that is used by all transaction. And here you can see that we are reaching 100% consistently recently. So that means that there is a strong demand to use the Ethereum network. So that's really, really bullish for the network. Then hash rate. So this is an indication of the activity of miners. The higher the hash rate, the more mining activity, the more secure the network. So here, once again, we are at the all-time high. Super good. Then Ethereum open interest. So this gives you an indication of how many options were started for open for Ethereum. So the higher this number, the more options activity for Ethereum. So that means the derivatives market for Ethereum is really, really growing, a lot of interest. Then next graph, which I think for me is the most important, really, because you can have a ton of bullish graph, but if you don't have users, it's just meaningless. So the graph for the user growth is exponential. Why this matters? So for VCs, for investors, user growth is the most important metrics. They don't care that your product doesn't make money yet, but what they want to see is a nice exponential graph of user growth. And this is exactly what we have here. So next year is going to be really brutal for VC funding on Ethereum. Investors will literally fight to invest in the best Ethereum project. I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy. Then we have total value locked. So here this is going up. That means more and more people are using Ethereum and DeFi especially. So this year, if you just invested in DeFi and you're not especially a very active investor, just by being a participant in DeFi, you probably would have made more money than in traditional finance. That's for sure. Then next graph is DEX volume. So DEX trading volume. So during this summer, this has actually culminated in September. The trading volume on DEX really peaked, and at some point it was something like 15% of the total trading volume on centralized exchange. And at some point even Uniswap had more trading volume than on Coinbase, which is really, really huge. So this is really insane. I mean, we can see that the trading volume went down a little bit, but this is normal because I think we reached some excesses, but it's going to come back. Like in 2021, we're going to have another wave of DeFi craziness. This is for sure. Then Bitcoin on Ethereum. So you guys probably heard of a wrap Bitcoin or a Gen Bitcoin. Like basically we have a couple of protocols that tokenize Bitcoin on Ethereum, and so that allow you to use your Bitcoin but in DeFi. So you can keep your exposure to Bitcoin but still leverage your Bitcoin to participate in some DeFi project. And so more and more Bitcoin are migrating to Ethereum this way. And this is a precursor of what we're going to have in the future. Because in the future, we're going to have a lot of stocks that have exactly the same thing, will be tokenized on the Ethereum blockchain and will be used in DeFi. Then the graph, the ETH that was bought by Grayscale. So Grayscale, this is an investment fund that focuses on crypto, and they've been accumulating Ether this year. So now we are reaching some really, really high level. I think now they have for a couple of billion of Ether. I think more than that. I think they have something like 25. I can't see clearly with this resolution, but I think, I think 2.5 million ETH. So in terms of how much is this? 2.5 times 700 million. Julian, how are your quick calculation skills? Not very good. Yeah, I think it's like maybe 15 or 20 million. Sorry, what I'm saying, $250 million, something like this. Yeah. No, let me see what am I saying? 2.5 ETH, 2.5 million ETH to USD. How much is this? Okay, who cares? Okay, next stable coin on Ethereum. So this is also going up a lot. Now we are reaching almost 20 billion for the market cap of some stablecoin like USDC, the biggest one. So this is extremely important because this is why regulators are coming after Ethereum next year. Stablecoins are the worst nightmare because stablecoins really have the potential to really challenge the undisputed dominance of fiat currency. So regulators are really angry at crypto because of this. So the fight is coming, guys. The fight is coming. And then here we can see the graph of the ETH that is locked in the deposit contract. So the deposit contract is basically where you can stake your Ether to become a validator on Ethereum 2.0. So it's really positive that we still see more and more people coming here. That means they believe in the future of Ethereum. So really very interesting series of 10 graphs here. Okay, so next let's see the gas fee, the gas prices on Ethereum. So here we can see that it's picking up again. It's going up. We can see like the trend going up slightly. So I told you during the past few weeks that we would see the gas price going up again in 2021. So, it's time. I mean, if you have to do some, if you have to move some money in DeFi, do it now because it's going to get more expensive in the future. And on top of it, now not only we'll have high gas price, but also we have a very high price of Ethereum. So that means that the total transaction fee is going to be so expensive. So because of that, we're going to have a very pressing problem next year for the transaction fee. It was already a big problem this year, but next year is going to be even worse. So I'm expecting to have more investment rounds of VCs in companies that specialize in layer 2 scaling solutions. Next year, you're going to see a lot of activity in this sector. Okay, so next, let's see what's going on Ethereum 2.0. So here we can see how many Ether were locked in the deposit contract. So we have more than 2 million Ether in terms of millions. In terms of dollar, I think we're talking of hundreds of millions of dollars. So it's really, really a lot. And in terms of staking rewards, we are at 11% something. So still a good reward, but you can see that it will keep going down as we have more and more people. Then I like to have a look at Beacon Scans, which is basically the blockchain explorer for Ethereum 2.0. So here, what are the interesting info? So here we can see the network participation chart. It tells you how many registered validators are actually participating in a network. So we want this number to be as close as possible from 100%. So that is the case here, like almost 99%. Okay, here we have a drop, but here it's coming back online really quickly. And here we can see the blocks that kept being mined. So yeah, it tells you that everything is going fine on the Beacon chain. There is no hiccup. So this is very, very good. Then, and you can still become a validator, by the way, but you have to wait. You can see the validator queue here. We have 45,000 validator. And we have 19,000 pending. So I think that the limit is something like 700 new validators per day or something like this. So that means we have several weeks of queue already. Okay, so then let's go to the price of DeFi tokens. So we have some really nice progression this week for PBTC. So PBTC, this is basically a tokenized version of Bitcoin, but this belongs to a protocol called P token. So they focus on creating synthetic coins on other chains, for example, Bitcoin on Ether, Link on EOS, etc. I really like the idea. This is very useful. However, I don't understand why PBTC is higher than RAB BTC or Gen BTC or these other like synthetics Bitcoin. I mean, if they are all indexed on Bitcoin, they should have exactly the same value. So there is, so unless I don't understand what is this PBTC thing, there is some arbitrage opportunity here. You go long RAB Bitcoin and short PBTC, and the spread should go to zero. Yeah, maybe an arbitrage opportunity here. Then SNX, the token of synthetics, really nice progression. So why it went up? Because they released a new dApp for staking their SNX coin on December 22nd. So as soon as they made the announcement, so more people started to stake, which created a scarcity on the market for SNX coin because there were less SNX coin in circulation, and that caused the price to go up. Then what do we have? We have APY, which is the yield optimizer. I didn't know this project. Then we have Luna. So this is a stable coin. I checked the website and I didn't like it because when you scroll, it doesn't let you scroll naturally. You know, like you have this sort of like forced scrolling effect. So it's just a side note, but don't try to be too smart with your website. Like it can just backfire. You know, you want to do some like fancy UI UX effect, and at the end, it's not good. But second, more importantly, they claim to have millions of users, and I really don't think that's the case because I never heard about them. So yeah, I don't like this marketing bullshit. Yeah, and it's available on Ethereum and Solana. So yeah, we really see this new trend of DeFi projects that are multi-blockchain. Seems like a really big thing. Oh yeah, and then we have like Sai. So it's basically the old version of DAI when it accepted just Ethereum as collateral. So nobody uses Sai anymore, but I don't know why it's like back up from the dead. So yeah, I mean, maybe there was like someone who really needed some Sai to cover some position. I don't know, but yeah. So Sai back from the dead was a nice progression. And then, so for the losers, actually it was a bad week for DeFi token. We have more losers than winners, and we have some really big loss. So cover minus 82%. So this is an insurance DeFi protocol. I told you to be really careful with derivatives in DeFi. So on the one hand, derivatives are really the future of DeFi, I'm sure. But on the other hand, it's also super, super risky. All the risk you have on normal DeFi project, there exists 10 times more for derivatives project on DeFi. So be super careful. Then what else do we have? Duck of unit protocol, so which is a stable coin. So it's really a disaster that it plunged so much. So I think something went really wrong with this protocol. Then Haka Finance, which is a yield optimizer. So yeah, a big decrease here. Hedgehog, another derivatives protocol, like a big decrease. Pickle, one of the DeFi food, it just kept going down since this summer. Saffron Finance, it kept going down the past few weeks. That's a shame because at the beginning was really promising. Dodo, they were hacked a couple of weeks ago, and so they keep going down. Farm, which is another yield aggregator, yield optimizer. So yeah, yield optimizer, they tend to do super well when they are just launched, but unfortunately a lot of them go down really quickly. And yeah, here you can see a lot of red this week. Okay, so next, let's see the DeFi rate. So it's actually super good this week. So here on Tether Compound, we have 7.38%, which is amazing. And you know why it's amazing? Because my Tether are in Compound. That's why it's amazing, okay? So you guys need to become a borrower on Compound for Tether, okay? So that I can make more money, the rate can go up, all right? No, but this rate is very super rare on Compound. Then yeah, DAI 6% on Compound, really nice. USDC 6%. Yeah, 6.42% on Aave. Yeah, we have some really 6% for Tether on Aave. I mean, really like for the rate this week, really great. Okay, so then let's see the DeFi market cap. So this week we went down a lot. It's a bit surprising because the price of Ether went up a lot. And actually, if we check the number of Ether in the invested in DeFi, it kept going up. So I don't understand how comes the market cap went down. But anyway, I mean, soon we're gonna be at 20 billion in next year. That's for sure. And here, if we see the market cap of individual protocol, we can see that Uniswap is taking some distance from SushiSwap, almost $500 million of difference. Last week, there was almost a flippening. SushiSwap almost went above Uniswap, but now Uniswap is taking some distance. Is taking the lead again. I like to see this. I don't want to see SushiSwap above Uniswap. They don't deserve it, really. Yeah, Synthetix is one of the few DeFi protocol that is doing well this week. What else? Oh yeah, DYDX. I always think this is a very undervalued protocol at 50 million. I mean, come on, like they are one of the most of the earlier derivatives protocol on Ethereum. Like they should be at hundreds of million, not 50 million. Yeah. Okay. So next, so the big news of the week in DeFi was 1inch token. So 1inch, for those who never heard about it, this is a DEX aggregator. So it's basically it allows you to execute a trade at the best price by comparing the prices on different exchanges. So you don't need to waste your time just comparing the price on Uniswap, Kyber, etc. You just do your trade on 1inch and it finds automatically the best trade. You can also spread the trade on several exchanges to minimize slippage. So it's very, very smart, especially very useful if you don't want to do a big trade. So they have launched a new token, 1-inch token, for introducing decentralized governance with the DAO. And so first, let's understand where does the value of 1-inch token comes from. So first, we need to understand what is the spread surplus. So whenever they do a trade, they basically make a sort of commitment to you. They tell you, okay, well, we can do this trade at a certain price, but if they can actually execute the trade at a better price, for this price improvement, they keep it for themselves. That's why they call the spread surplus. And if you are a owner of 1-inch token, you can stake your token. And as a staker, you can get a part of this spread surplus. So it's like some sort of commission that they make on their protocol. And so if you are a holder of 1-inch token, you can vote on which part of the spread surplus goes to the staker of 1-inch token. So that justifies the value. So it was distributed with an airdrop for past user of 1-inch. So the condition was that your wallet should have interacted with 1-inch until December 24th midnight. And so a trader got $20 million worth of 1-inch tokens. So that's really insane. But even for like quote unquote normal trader, I heard of many people who got like $1,000 or even a few $1,000s. So yeah, it's really nice Christmas present of 1-inch protocol. And so the price of the token peaked at $2.79.8 10 hours after the beginning of the airdrop. Then it went down. So yeah, there is always some euphoria, when there is a new airdrop, when a new token is introduced. It's always like this, So I really love these new incentives with airdrop, because now everybody is going to use DeFi protocols just because they hope that maybe they're going to be a surprise airdrop in the future. So yeah, I think it's it's another weapon available to DeFi for bringing liquidity. So then next big news of the week is the hack of Ledger. So what happened? So their database of the whole database of 1 million people got hacked, and the contacts were sold on the darknet. And so many people received some phishing message that said something like, "Oh yeah, your ledger will be deactivated if you don't fill this form and you paste your private key." Of course, this is bullshit. But the thing that is weird is this happened during the summer on July 29, and they said that they sent an email and like they reached out to a couple of crypto news website like Coinbase, Coindesk, etc. But I never heard about it. It seems like most people heard about that only last week. So yeah, basically now they try to justify themselves and say, "Oh yeah, we are sorry, blah blah blah." I'm a little bit disappointed that they made this mistake, that the database was stolen, because like Ledger, they basically built their brand on safety. So I really don't understand how this happened. And I'm really surprised that for a company like this, they were keeping the emails stored in clear text. I thought that they would use some sort of encryption. So yeah, what you can do is you encrypt all the emails with some secret, and then if the database is stolen, then hackers can't do anything because all the emails are encrypted. And so anytime you need to send an email, you use your secret to decrypt the emails, and you send your email, and then that's how you keep it safe, basically. But they didn't use that technique. So yeah, a bit disappointed of Ledger. They better improve their game in the future, really. Okay. So then we're going to talk of NFT with a lot of news this week. So there is this new project for doing price appraisal for NFT. So one of the big problem with NFT is price discovery. It's very difficult to know what is the fair price of an NFT. So the existing approach is to use an auction, but it is not optimal because the asset still has to change hands for the price to be found. We need to wait until the end of an auction. And so given the low velocity of these assets, it means that the prices are not updated very often. It's a little bit like real estate, like a house change hands maybe once every I don't know, 5, 6 years, 10 years, something like this. So that means the last price lose relevance very quickly. So another approach was to create a fungible version of the NFT. So in that case, we can have a little bit more trading volume. But with this new project, they basically want to do exactly like we do for market of in the real world for in art gallery, for example. So there will be appraiser, who are real people, that will give some estimation for some NFT. And so the big question is, okay, well, how can we trust these appraisers? So I think that in their project, what they do is they show a sort of confidence interval based on the past performance of appraisers. So you can compare basically the past appraisals that were made by these appraisers and how close they were to the actual trading price. And so based on that, you can have some certain confidence that this price is close to reality or not. So I think this is extremely needed in NFT. I'm super bullish for this project. Then I'm going to talk of this new project called Valuable. So I already talked about this project a couple of weeks ago. So what it is, so it allows you to buy a tweet and tokenize it in an NFT. So for example, if you're following someone famous on Twitter, like Vitalik Buterin, and you say something really smart and you want to sort of own this tweet, what you can do is you can tweet to the creator of the tweet to say that you want to buy his tweet, and then he can accept or not. So here we can see basically some offers for some tweets. So here $2 for this tweet, $3 for this tweet, etc. I mean, this is so crazy. This is like so creative. I just love it. And so crypto Twitter was super active this week on this topic, and yeah, I'm not sure if this is just going to be a fad or if people are going to follow up on that, but I love the idea and I love how people are just so creative in the NFT space. This is really, really cool. Then we're going to talk of blockchain gaming with Engine. We're going to talk of digital fashion. So let's talk of all the actors here. So first we have Atari, the legendary gaming console maker. Then we have Engine, a company which is super active in blockchain games, and the main product is an NFT marketplace for in-game assets. And then we have Metaverse, which is a virtual world on Ethereum, which is super popular. And so Engine and Atari partner to announce that they will create some fashion NFT for the metaverse. So if you play the metaverse, you will be able to buy some sort of a costume for your character, and this costume will be based on character of Atari. So yeah, it's basically about tokenizing fashion. So I love the idea. I think players are really willing to spend money on this. Super bullish for this partnership. Okay, so then we are going to talk of Polkadot. So Polkadot is a blockchain of blockchain. This is created by the company that basically was responsible for Open Ethereum, which is another implementation of Ethereum, but they became less and less involved in Ethereum and more in their own project, Polkadot. And so we started to see more and more DeFi activity on Polkadot with this project Tidal Finance, which is an insurance DeFi protocol that raised $2 million in seed round for Polkadot. Then Another Polkadot project that raised money is Ceres Network that raised 1.5 million to bring its decentralized sales force to Polkadot. And then we also had Binance, the centralized exchange that created a fund of 10 million to support projects of Polkadot. So it's actually pretty surprising given that Binance is already building their own blockchain, which is called the Binance Smart Chain. By the way, if you're interested in the Binance Smart Chain, I have a tutorial on that on my channel. So yeah, I was super surprised to see like so much activity coming on Polkadot, and especially to see VC that start to invest with significant round. Like we're talking of millions being invested in some project on Polkadot. So you know what? Since this week, it will be the first week I start to pay attention to Polkadot. So yeah, I'm gonna do some research to see if it's worth paying attention. And yeah, maybe you'll hear about Polkadot in the future on the channel. We'll see. Then we're gonna talk of regulation and the SEC. So the SEC is going really angry at crypto, so they are suing Ripple. So Ripple, which was one of their earliest blockchain project, they were in the initial crypto wave in 2017. So basically, they wanted to do a payment system to basically replace traditional finance, but especially they wanted to replace the SWIFT system, which is very old and very expensive and very outdated. And so they are sued by the SEC for doing an illegal ICO. But that's a bit strange that it happened now, because they are sued for something that happened a long time ago. I think we are talking of at least the fact are like something like 5 years ago or something like this. So it's already quite old. So what's the consequence for Ether and DeFi? I mean, right now, not much, because really Ripple, it's in terms of market cap, they were like super high, almost as high as Ethereum, but that was kind of ridiculous because nobody was using the chain. So it was like some sort of phantom chain. So there is no real consequence for Ethereum and DeFi. However, in the future, it really tells you that the SEC is going to be more and more aggressive towards crypto projects, but no consequence directly to Ether. Oh yeah, and that was also some sort of argument on Twitter with Vitalik. Like, it seems like some exec of Ripple said something about Ethereum being controlled by China. And so Vitalik answered something else, and yeah, like there was like some very active tweeting activity. Anyway, they are done. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you have some XRP, I wouldn't keep this token. Yeah, it's done. Then SEC and ShipChain. So ShipChain, this is a blockchain project for a supply chain. It's basically the SEC told them they have to cease their operation, and on top of it pay a 2 million fine because of unregistered ICO. So the fine of the SEC basically take away all their remaining assets. So that means that will stop all operation. So yeah, the SEC is very active this week, and very, very active. Then, so the US, who is this guy? How do you say his name? Munkin. So we don't pronounce the N. Yeah, let's call him Munkin. Yeah, so Mr. Munkin, who is the Treasury Secretary of the US, he announced that he will create a working group for crypto. So yeah, so this guy is known for being quite anti-crypto. So when he say working group, it's a euphemism, so that should be renamed as an anti-crypto working group. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't mean nothing is very specific. It's just a bunch of people that will think of regulation against crypto. But yeah, that means we need to be ready for next year, because war on crypto is coming. It's coming for sure. But you know what? We shouldn't be afraid of it, because what would be worse than that? Well, what would be worse would be if nobody care. If nobody care about crypto, that means crypto fell. Crypto doesn't really represent a real threat to the existing system. So that means, yeah, really irrelevant. So this fight with regulators, it's coming. We'll see what happens, but I'm very bullish. I'm not afraid at all. I think it's gonna be fine. Then next news about regulations again. So Virgil Griffith, or another hard name. So this is an Ethereum developer, and he's being sued by the U.S. government because he went to give a crypto conference in North Korea in April 2019, even though the US forbid him to go before the conference. So the US government accused him of having helped the North Korean regime to escape sanctions by giving them a better understanding of cryptocurrency. So I think this is absolutely ridiculous because all the info is public. This is on the internet, so there is no secret that this developer could have gave the North Korean to use Ethereum. Like Ethereum doesn't care where you're coming from, doesn't care about US sanctions. So it's more of a message to the crypto community that the US government is sending, saying, hey, be careful, crypto guys, we are monitoring your every move. I think it's what it is. So far, this guy, I think he managed to avoid being locked in prison. I think he was released on bail, and I think his judgment is going to be in September 2021. But currently, he doesn't have access to internet. Yeah, I mean it's really bad. I hope he will win his case. It's really terrible for him. So now we're going to switch to news for developer. So AWS released a new service for supporting Ethereum blockchain. So they have this thing called a managed blockchain, and so now it supports Ethereum, so mainnet and Ropsten and Ringb for the testnet. So they are super late in the game. Azure has been on it for, I think they've been providing this service for like 1 year or 2 years already. So yeah, AWS is super late in the game. And the reason why Azure started with such a head start is because they had the collaboration with Truffle. So actually the latest Truffle conference, not the one of this year because it was online, but the one of last year, it was hosted by Microsoft on their campus near Seattle. Really a beautiful campus. I went there. It was really great. Yes, so I mean we'll see how other services of AWS, but no, I think Azure has a really big head start here. Then. So DeFi Pulse, the website for DeFi, so release an API for DeFi. So there are really a ton of data for DeFi. I checked the API; it's really great. If you had to calculate this data yourself, that would be much more complex. So yeah, look at the API. It looks really great. So the next tutorial on EdoBlogs will be how to build a DeFi Pulse clone with the API of DeFi Pulse. No, but I'm kidding, but actually this is true. I'm going to do this tutorial, okay? Then Hudson Jameson is retiring from core dev meetings. So what are the core dev meetings? So this is a bi-weekly meeting where you have all the core developer of Ethereum that meets on a Zoom call, and everybody is sharing their progress on the Ethereum client, what they've been working on. And so this guy, Hudson Jameson, from what I understand, he's not a developer, but he was some sort of project manager, and he has to coordinate everybody. And I tried to attend a couple of meetings, so it's actually quite interesting if you want to really understand very deeply how Ethereum work. You can attend these meetings this is a live stream on the channel of Ethereum, But I have to say, even for me, it's not easy to understand because we're really talking of really deep tech here, really deep technical detail. And what always really impressed me with this guy, Hudson Jameson, is even though he's not, I don't think he's really a developer himself, but he has enough practical knowledge to understand what people are talking about at a high level. So it's like some sort of like very technical project manager. So you can actually think about this if you are interested in blockchain and you like technical stuff, but maybe you don't feel like you can or really want to be a developer. You can also be a project manager. So this is another kind of challenge, super interesting, but yeah, very, very demanding job. So that's it. So now we're gonna do the Q&A. Okay. So let me go up in the chat. Whoa, many people today. This is amazing. Okay, so let's see this in order. Hi, Mijo, Pablo, Abracadabra, Abracadabra. Question for Julian. Oh man, I love the question of Abracadabra because he always say question for Julian, so it's very clear. What do you think about the recent hack of Cover Protocol? Oh yeah, it's why the token tanked. Okay. Well, I just discovered this with you now. I didn't have enough time to find out about this. Okay, I will do some research. If this is interesting, I will maybe do another video of that. But yeah, just in general, I would just repeat what I said before. Like all the derivatives project are super risky, really. DeFi already is risky, but derivatives is like risky on top of risky. So we are not there yet. I think we are still like 1 year or 2 years away from having safe derivatives project for DeFi. Easy. Llama saying Cover is pretty much dead. The team already told everyone to get out. Don't buy Cover. Okay, well, hope nobody got wrecked here. Then THX say hi Julian, hi THX. Let me see. Pablo is saying if the value of the dollar drops, shouldn't stablecoin drop? No, because the price of stablecoin is in dollar. So as long as this is a USD denominated stablecoin, it should just keep the same value. However, if you have a euro stablecoin and dollar drops, then let me think about it. No, basically the stablecoin always keep the same value relative to its denomination. Yeah. However, if your stablecoin is backed by assets that whose value moves relative to dollar, then you're gonna have some problem if the dollar drops. Yes. Okay. No. Let me see. Scrolling down. Scrolling down. Nilesh saying US regulators have asked to share your private wallets. It's not official yet, but they are discussing future regulation, and it's not all private wallets. It's only if you want to do a withdrawal from a centralized exchange, then you need to register your private wallet. But I don't think they said they would force you to give the address for all private wallets. Okay. Then Sebastian, let me see the question. Another question for Julian. We spoke about the ERC 31337, which is used by the project Rootkit. I'm in that project from start, and I would love to hear your opinion on that cause. It's also DeFi and is pumped as ERC 31337. I don't know this project. Nilesh, can we attend those meetings? What you mentioned? Oh yeah. Let me do a reminder. So yeah, as I said at the beginning of the stream, so I released my new course on DeFi development, and for all people who buy the course before today at midnight UTC, I will offer a free training on the basics of finance. So we're going to talk of cash market, equity and bonds. We're going to talk of derivatives. We're going to talk of how financial markets work with market makers, traders, volatility, liquidity. So all the concepts you need to understand DeFi, especially if you're a developer without a finance education. This is going to be really, really useful. So this training will be free to all people who buy the DeFi development course before today, midnight UTC. So you still have a couple of hours to take it. Sen, can you give some advice about breaking into product management after doing your course? Product management. Okay, so let me think about it. Actually, so it's really good if you want to be a PM. It's good to have some technical knowledge because it gives you more legitimacy for regarding the technical team. They will respect what you say more. They also have their technical constraints, so when you talk with them, the communication is going to be better. I would say some advice. Well, maybe you can study what are the main problem in terms of UI, UX, the usability problems of blockchain in general. Make sure to know them. Make sure what are the solution for this problem, and then make sure to develop a sort of opinion, like what do you think will be the future in terms of usability improvement. But my course, they are not about product management. They are about technical stuff, but these basics in technical skills can definitely help you a lot to really give you a solid base to do some other non-technical job. Because even if this is a non-technical job, you still evolve in a very technical field. So as a non-technical person in a technical field, you're like walking on eggs. Like you're always a bit afraid of like saying a bullshit because like the technical guy, they always know better. So that can really give you that extra confidence to know what you're talking about. Can saying, where can I attend the finance training? I've already enrolled in the course. Yeah, I will announce the date after today, after the first week, once the window closes for the free finance enrollment. So yeah, you'll receive the link. Can. Question for Julian: how was your Christmas? You're living in Asia, right? Do they even celebrate? Hey, it was great. Yeah, I'm in Taipei. I went to have a Christmas dinner with a couple of foreigner friends here. Taipei is actually we have quite a few good Western community here. When I arrived here in 2013, it was much more local, but now we see more and more people, and there are a couple of Western restaurants that really knows how to do like a nice Christmas dinner. So yeah, good time. Yeah, no, actually, here there is almost very little COVID, so you can go to restaurant. There is no problem with you can just chill out. So yeah, we are super lucky here. Like we are very, very protected. Yeah. Then Alexander, thank you for doing this stream, Julian. It's my favorite way to start the week. Yes, I'm happy to hear this, Alexander. Yeah. Pablo, yes, really enjoy all this content. Yes. Julian, we spoke about ERC 313337 a few weeks ago. I would love if you can just have a look. Okay. It's just out of my mind now, but yeah, I will just after the stream. I will have a look. Yeah, maybe my brain has some problem. J. Lu, hi J. Lu. George Kenichi saying greetings from Mexico. Hey Mexico. Nilesh, what all courses are you conducting? Do you mean the full catalog? You can find the full catalog here. Let me put the address on the stream. Hey guys, let me know if you see the URL I put in the stream, because a couple of streams ago there was a technical problem. For some reason YouTube didn't want to give you the content and sort of censored all my posts with addresses. So yeah, let me know if you can see the URLs. George say, have you talked about the 1-inch airdrop? Yes, I talked about it. Yes. I saw Yana is saying, can you talk about some beginner projects in Solidity? You can check out some beginner project. Let me dab 30. Let me check my course. Okay, so dab 30, this is an older course that I don't put in the catalog because it's kind of overlap a little bit with six-figure blockchain developer. But what's good with this course is that you have a ton of project, and so it starts with really simple projects. So if you want to have some example of a beginner-friendly project, check out the curriculum. It can give you some inspiration. Abracadabra, greeting from Austria. Hey. Luz saying, question for Julian, what is the best way to estimate the cost of deploying contracts for a baby developer? Okay, good question. So you can basically just deploy a contract locally on Ganache by using Truffle, and Truffle will give you a report. It will tell you exactly how much gas it cost, and what you can do is you can customize the gas price that is used by Truffle to match with the gas price that is used that is currently on mainnet, so that you're gonna have like an accurate estimation. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to deploy locally because you have to interface with other projects, and it's a bit difficult to deploy all your dependencies. So in this case, what you can do is deploy on a public testnet like Kovan, where you have some deployments of some DeFi project. Otherwise, let me think about it. So what you can do otherwise is you can deploy on mainnet, but on a fork of mainnet. And so in this case, it's just create a sort of copy of mainnet, but it doesn't really deploy on mainnet, so you don't spend any real ether, but you still see exactly how much it would cost. So I haven't done a deployment on a fork of mainnet, but it should be possible. I do have a video on my channel that talks about using the forking feature of Ganache, so you can check this out. Yeah. Okay, Pablo saying my links are working this time. Okay, great. Abracadabra saying this is the first stream after like 2 months without any problems. All links, video works, sound works. Okay, well, this is amazing. I mean, you guys, seriously, you will have no idea of all the technical problems you can have with the stream. You know, I'm a developer, and I was thinking like before doing live stream, yeah, I'm a developer, I'm a technical guy. Come on, of course, a streamer, I can figure it out so easy. No, you're very wrong. Like so many things can go wrong, but yeah, like basically now I have a sort of a checklist before I start a live stream. You know, I'm like, I check everything. I'm like, okay, internet, do I use the landline connection, not the Wi-Fi? Check. Okay, mic is not on mute. Okay, check. This is it? Okay, connection. Okay, check. You know, like if we are going on the moon. Seriously. No. Lema said the cover hack exploit details are interesting too. Be sure to check it out, Julian. All right. Yeah, I think I missed this for this week. It's my big fail for this live stream. I should have explained this better. Nilesh saying, how many hours of coursework that would be? What do you mean? Which course you're talking about, Nilesh? Because I have many. But usually my courses are a couple of hours long. Yeah. Abracadabra. Okay, let me see. Lou saying, thank you, you're the best, Julian. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, guys. So I think no more question. yeah, so one last time, if some of you are interested in DeFi dev, take it before tonight so that you can get the free finance training. Yeah, and I think that's gonna be it. So yeah, maybe I will cover. I will maybe, okay, this one is difficult to say. Maybe I will cover the cover hack. Maybe I will cover the cover hack later this week. I will do some research to see if this is interesting. All right, guys. Well, we're going to stop here. Yeah, thanks for coming, and I will see you later this week on my channel. Have a great day. Bye.